Well, I had a situation similar to Paul's around money, where I had asked my wife I'd been providing all the income, and conditions shifted, and I had asked, her if she would, start contributing more. And it was like bombs went off. There was a response started with, "This isn't what we agreed when we got married," and then it launched. And what happened? My question is around dealing with what happens when you say something and then you end up with 2 pages.
It sounds like a good start of a wonderful giraffe dialogue. So all you have to do is have giraffe ears when the other person quotes legal terminology. See, but this isn't the agreement we had when we got married. So receive the mitzvah in that. That's a mitzvah. What is the mitzvah? If you hear the mitzvah, it'll help us all get clear what we haven't really resolved yet. What are giraffe-like commitments and giraffe-like agreements?
Okay,
so if you hear the need in this, it'll make it all clear for us.
Yeah. So I'm hearing, so I'm really hearing your need on how important it is for you to feel what you understood as an agreement really honored.
Yes, thank you for hearing that. That's very scary to me when an agreement, I fear that it's just going to be thrown out the window at any moment.
Yeah. Because, you told me I could stop working and homeschool my child. And
you told me I could stop working and so now, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, so it's very frustrating. And if I step out of the dialogue, at this point, there's not just one word. She'll add to it's right following is none of my needs are ever met.
None of my needs are ever met, and this is not the only thing. And not only that, I'm not the only person that thinks this about you either. There's other people in the family that have seen the same thing in you, and then
and you've changed,
and
you're
you've
not the
changed,
same.
and all of this. Oh my goodness! Look at that! Look at that! A whole pile of memnoons. A whole pile of memnoons coming at you. Aren't you a lucky guy? Aren't you a lucky guy? Why does he not look like a lucky guy?
That's how they call it manure.
So you need to slow it down and receive each of those memnoons. There's about 6 of them buried together. She's so generous, she just can't wait to give them all to you, so she does it all in one breath, boom, diddy, boom, diddy, boom, diddy, boom, diddy, boom, diddy, boom. Several memnoons, all in the same message.
So really, we have to just slow it down and
and hear each gift. Hear each gift.
Okay.
Manure spreader.
Manure spreader, exactly. Yeah, like this one is a wonderful gift in an intimate relationship when you can receive. My needs have never mattered. No, it's only your needs that matter. My needs have never mattered in our relationship from the very beginning. So we'll slow it down for you. We'll separate that one out from the other. Because that's so beautiful, you wouldn't want to miss that one.
So you were feeling really angry and frustrated because you're really needing yourself to you're really needing to be seen and heard on what your needs are.
That my needs matter, that they're valued. I've never had this.
So you have really tremendous grief around this.
Of course I do. My needs have never mattered, not in my whole life. Everybody else's needs matter, not mine.
So this is very, very painful for you.
Very painful. I don't even have a glimmer that my needs matter, that they could be. I was so angry at this discussion that I overheard about this memnur. That's so bullshit. It's so far from my seeing my needs and how I see my needs. I just hated it when people said that. It's bullshit. If that's true, then why have my needs never mattered to anybody?
So you're very angry because you've heard all this conversation and you just didn't feel a connection to it.
How can I when my needs have never seemed like it mattered? Nobody seems to care about my needs.
So this has happened for a long time. It's gone on for quite a long time.
Yes. Can't even imagine what that feels like, to feel like my needs are a gift. I can't even imagine.
So behind us is you don't feel like anybody has ever really understood the depth of just how
that they couldn't see the
is.
beauty in my needs. I just get angry when I hear that. It just sounds like New Age bullshit.
So this is something that's very precious. It's very beautiful that you just haven't.
I wish it was true, but I can't imagine it right now. So what would it take, really, what could I do? Because that need sounds like such a delicious memnoon. I'd like to contribute to getting that need met. Could you tell me what I could do? I can't think of anything more delicious right now than to do what I could to ask me twice a day what would make life more wonderful for me. Is that all? You don't do it now. No, I don't. Does this conversation sound familiar, Ava?
It helps me to just participate in this way, because so many times I'll hear the words and then I feel kind of paralyzed. It's like, where do I go from here? It's like I got to fix it or got to move it. And what I'm hearing as I do this is to slow down.
Slow down, yes.
I have a question about the process.
Yes.
Dave was being as empathic as he could be, and then there was a dialogue between the puppets. Is it correct that Dave might have said to you, what can I do?
Not too quick. Don't ask that question unless you get 3 signed notary statements saying I'm ready to move to problem solving. Because when you move to that, you are a fix-it jackal.
Okay.
Fix-it jackals can't wait to fix it because they don't know how to enjoy pain. And until you know how to enjoy pain, you can't enjoy intimacy. We'll make that clear this afternoon. You're not coming back.
Marshall, I have a question. Say, for example, I'm sitting with my partner, and she's going on and on and on about a story.
Yeah.
And I'm not feeling connected,
Yes.
1 to myself and 2 to her.
Yes.
And I voice in the middle of her story, I
Yes.
say, I feel frustrated and don't feel connected to what you're saying.
Yes.
Now,
What's your present request? See, without a present request, any need can be threatening. It's easily heard as a criticism if you don't immediately, with the speed of light, add to your unmet need a clear present request.
So my request would be if you'd be willing to give me 2 or 3 minutes of time for me to think.
That would be one request you could do. And another you could do is stop other people when they've said one word more than you want to hear. See, I've asked 400 people one time, as part of my research on this, if you're using more words than somebody wants to hear, would you rather have them be a polite listener and let you continue, or stop you? And 399 out of 400 said, stop me even if I got hurt by it or upset. And the one other person, she couldn't make up her mind. She said she didn't know if she could handle it if people stopped her. But That led me to see that it is not a gift to anybody to let them continue talking when it's not meeting your need. They'll pay for it. So one way would be to stop the way you did and say, excuse me, but I'm impatient and so forth. The other would be to interrupt for the purpose of bringing them back to life. Take them away from what they're saying to what's in their heart that leads them to say it. That will be a gift to them, because if you were bored listening, they're probably bored saying it.
Amen. Well, that'd be a gift to children.
Yes. It's a gift to anybody that when their words are not giving life, it's because they've gotten disconnected from what their present feelings and needs are.
So you would offer them empathy at that point?
Yes, I would say, excuse me, but are you feeling, so my first words out of my mouth is to go to what is presently alive in them, that's the root of all the words.
But if I'm not feeling connected with myself and I don't feel I can offer empathy, then I would start with the first one.
Then you would start with what you did, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Now, the problem is most of the time that babbling goes on in a middle-class culture, the need is for gratitude, recognition. And people are so brought up to believe that you shouldn't have that need. You should just give out of selflessness and so forth, that they're ashamed to admit that they have a need to celebrate what they did, to have some recognition for it. So they go on and bore people with all the stories, not realizing that's going to get the exact opposite of what they want. So we'll come back to this after lunch if you like.